Welcome into the Landon Tengwall show. I wanted to talk Penn State wide receivers today, and I think I have someone more than qualified to do it. One of the greatest wide receivers to ever put on the blue and white, Deon Butler. Deon, thanks for coming on today, man.
Man, appreciate you having me, man. Always looking forward to talking about wideouts, man. Passionate about it. I love wide receiver play, so looking forward to what we got going this year.
Yes, sir. Yeah, last time we talked, I had you on when we did that 2007 Notre Dame rewind. And right before that, we were optimistic. Obviously, that game, no catches from the wide receivers. We come in, we revamp our wide receiver room completely. We get three guys out of the portal in Trevor Pena, Kyron Hudson, Devontae Ross. The last time we did a full wide receiver revamp was 20 years ago, '05, and you were a huge part of that. Do you see some parallels between 2025 and 2005 wide receiver room?
Well, right, I think hopefully it is going to be one of those, right? It's an unknown group coming together. The slight difference that they have is that they all have college experience elsewhere, but they also, right, Penn State people, I don't think, know them that well. And there was a parallel where when we were coming in as young guys, no one knew what we could do at Penn State, right? Even these guys coming in there, they did it at this school. Can they do it in this new Big Ten and what that looks like? So definitely one of those things where, right, going into the season, it was a big parallel where I would say '05, everybody knew our defense was nice. They knew they were stacked. There was zero questions about the defensive side of the ball. Everything was, well, this team will go as far as this offense can take them, right? And I think that's almost what you're looking at here, right? There's a little bit more talent returning on the offensive side of the ball with the running backs and quarterback. Defense, we know, has been solid for years. The question is now, wide receiver room, what chunk plays can we get? What consistent wideout play can we get? And I think that's going to be, the big question leading into the year.
Yeah, so what was the feeling? So you were there after that '04 season, and obviously you made that switch from being a walk-on DB to then being a star wide receiver very quickly. But was it similar to this past offseason where it was like, yo, we need some help at wide receiver?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we definitely, right, we were looking for chunk plays at the time, right? I think the coaching staff knows, just like any coaching staff now, right? It's hard to sustain drives for long periods of time over and over. Like you need a couple, hey, that was a 3-play drive, 80 yards, boom, right? And you gotta have somebody that's explosive, whether it's they're gonna take something short and go with it, or somebody that can take the top off of a defense. And I think that's at that time what we were looking for. What I think we were lacking at that time was explosive plays and guys that could really do explosive things with the ball in their hand. We had good players, but explosiveness is just a different, right? A different thing. And I think that's, kind of where we're at now, right? I think you watch our offense, right? We're good, we're solid. We're still looking for chunk plays, right? Like, hey, where's there a guy where, and I take pride on that, I think, for that '05 team is, man, if I was a fan watching us, I think we made you hold your breath at least 6 times a game because the ball was going out the screen and it's coming back. That means we throwing it deep, man. And I always say that now, like I want to hold my breath watching the. I want the ball to go out the screen and wait for it to come back. That means we're going bombs on somebody, right? And that's what I'm looking for now, right? So I'm looking forward to that and hopefully getting some chunk plays back in this offense because, like I said, right, we know we've got a great running game and got confidence in these guys coming in. But that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, let Drew Aller air it out. I'm with you. Let's take some chances. Let's let these guys from 50-50 balls lay it up, like you said. Let's throw it up 50-yard pass. Let someone run under it.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, Deon. So going into '05 after a rough year in '04 wide receiver, you, D. Will, Jordan Norwood, Justin King, y'all kind of Norwood was around, but y'all kind of take over the reins there. Similar to 2025, like what was the mindset? Did you guys have conversations in the wide receiver room, like kind of having to set a new standard almost?
Um, I mean, when we first came in, right, like we were just kind of like trying to figure it out. But once again, like I said, we never lacked confidence. Nobody in that room was loud, but there was never any lack of confidence. It was literally like, hey, that guy go make a play. Oh, yeah, that was good. Watch me. And then somebody else would go and try to make a play. We all had different mindsets and ways that we did it. But I mean, when we would come together, it was literally just everybody was trying to get better, and we supported each other in that. Like we love the competition, but we also still wanted to be a little bit better than the other person. But we respected it, right? And we all came together, and we would set that standard of like, hey, man, this is what we do. Like we don't need to do a bunch of talking. This is just what we do. let everybody else follow us, right? And I think that was the big thing is like I said, once again, we weren't really loud. If anybody knows Jordan, Jordan might be one of the quietest people, but like he just gets out there and does his thing, right? And so it's just one of those things. Like we were just lead by example, and we were just like, man, we gonna go out here and ball, and it's an attitude, and we almost had no choice. And our defense was so good at the time with Onward, Cloner, and if you seen AZ's this huge corner and he's not taking no prisoners. So it's like, man, you gotta have a mindset. And we quickly turned that into a dog mindset of like, hey, if we drop a pass and somebody celebrate over us, nah, get up. We pushing them and we run that back, right? But we had to have that mindset.
Yeah, you talking about mindset. What was it? Because obviously, like you said, you guys were kind of a new group, especially with M-Rob, who was a veteran. Was it like what was there kind of that process of like building that trust between a wide receiver and a quarterback? Was it something that you guys went out and you did extra jugs machines,
All
extra
season,
throwing? Yeah, but it was a lot of
all
work.
season, all season, all. I mean, all season it started with just like, hey, man. Once again, like we were young, we didn't really know. Like we knew workouts in the off season, but not like, hey, after workouts, going out on the field and like throwing when no one's paying attention, when no one's here, like running the same out route 5, 6 times. So that started to build the trust as one, the young guys who started learning from White Rob, listening to him. He started seeing us to say, okay, they didn't know it when they came in, but they listened, they work hard, they're here. I don't know how to convince them to even show up here. So that started to build that trust. And then the more you're just around each other, man, obviously, like now, right, 4 or 5 years apart, but like we would still hang out some, like, right, we would still go and hang out at whatever place and talk something, like just those little things would build that camaraderie, even though there was that age difference. You would still get to know each other a little bit better, or just like on a personal level, and that made you want to work hard for that person. So I definitely say it started in off season and building that trust, because he saw what we were about, we saw what he was about, and because I can only imagine for him, man, like being a senior, like, so you want me to try out all these freshman, sophomore cats and make it work? You know what I mean? Like, I've been waiting this long and this is who I get. But it worked out well, right? Like going to see, you could think that, but it worked out really well. But he took the bull by the horns, man, and made that work.
Yeah, I feel like a big piece of being a great wide receiver is that quarterback having trust in you. Because, like I said, that was a piece of kind of what we saw when you have a lack of trust in your wide receivers, and they don't even have confidence in themselves necessarily. It makes it hard. It makes it really hard because they're not running those routes with confidence, and you're not throwing it to them with confidence. So I think you're right. That's a big piece, and we know what it means off the field, just that hanging out, building that camaraderie, and just getting to know them. Deon, last question for you. If you were in front of this wide receiver room in 2025, what would your advice be to them, having been someone who's lived this?
It's crazy. So I actually got it for a while when I was able to go back, because I was a keynote speaker for one of the IST colleges at Penn State where I graduated from. So while I was there, I went to the football building and I actually had a chance to talk to the guys. And honestly, man, like I was just saying, like, hey, like, let's not shy away from this, right? Like I know, some people or some coaches try to, block out the media. No, it is. It's here. Everybody's questioning this room. Okay, and what? So like, what I mean? Like that's not shy away from it. It's an attitude, right? We talked about it earlier. Like that's fine. I can't control what they're talking about, but I can go do what I do, make plays and start with an attitude. I mess up on a rep or I get beat on a rep. I should actually be trying to do it again. And the coach got to tell me hop out the back of the line. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Cause I watch our corners. I love our corners, right? Everything they do, they were doing it. I'm like, man, if I didn't practice, I'm not going for that, bro. Like it is going to be some issues, but that's a mindset. And that's kind of what I was telling them, like, right? Because I think I saw practice film with someone like I broke up a pass, corners did the thing, and then wow, just jog back. What? What? Like, nah, we should be mixing it up in this thing. Like, nah. So I was just telling them, right? Like, it's a mindset, right? Like, you guys, like, the media's there. This is the real thing. They're forcing this room. So what? It's that time. It's action time, man, right? Y'all are fortunate that y'all had other game time where you've been at other colleges. So this isn't brand new to you. Come here, right? And let's do this, man. Like everything is set up in place. So let's do it.
I love it. Deon Butler's message to the 2025 wide receivers: be relentless. Let's do it, man. I'm excited for this season. It's going to be a great one. Deon, where can the fans find you at, contact you, all that good stuff?
Yeah, so on Instagram, I'm new to this, man. I told Jordan, because me and Jordan talk a lot, so I told him, welcome to the internet for Deon Butler, right? So I've got Instagram, Deon Butler 3 on Instagram. Definitely hit me up on there, DM me. Would love to connect with people. And like I said, I'm definitely now in IT space, IT security. I'm passionate about, helping people, transition from sports into IT or just that journey and what it takes, because I'm a leader now in the IT team. I run a team. So, I'll talk about those parallels in sports and how much those foundational skills help you out in just any field that you would transition into. So I do a lot of speaking engagements on that. So definitely hit me up on there if you see where I can add value to your team, your company, organization, or some youth in your area. I'm definitely all about it.
There we go. Hit up Deon. Deon Butler, thank you so much once again. One of the greatest to ever do it in the blue and white. Talking 2025 Penn State wide receivers. Thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it.